Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you. Late night money on a Wednesday. Looking at Thursday action here. Welcome on into the show. Picks are posted. You know what? I didn't even do Twitter. I didn't even throw them out on Twitter here. So while you're sitting around waiting for me, let's post these up. Late night money for Thursday. There I am. I see myself here on the Winner Free Picks page. All right, that game is up. Now we do a space, NBA, college hoops. 1, 2, 3. NFL. Why not? It is Thursday. Have to add the packages up. Let's get them scrolling in the chat here for everybody who's sitting around watching and waiting. Today, what do we do? 3 and 4 day. It'll be 3 and 4 college basketball as long as Arizona State holds on here. Robert Morris loser, Creighton loser, Radford loser, Evansville loser, LSU, Holy Cross, Arizona State did have the Mavs and the Trailblazers. So we'll see what happens there. Mavericks, I would have rather no Luka. I was not expecting him to play. This is what happens when, forget about doing it a day and a half. We do it at midnight here. Even at noon, you can't even get an update on these games. Ridiculous. 1 and 3 in the chat with college basketball. The NBA game goes down with the Mavericks. All right, on to the next day. So Vegas, I already bet this game at 6. I was with Dave and Mike and Dylan and Nick Earl and talking about, they were live betting some stuff tonight. We're looking ahead to tomorrow's action. I was throwing out some ideas with the ice games I liked. I ended up betting 2. You get one of them right here, Vegas under. I think Nick was saying he actually also like Tampa Bay tomorrow. 140 to me is like the top of my limit. I kind of like the Capitals as well. We had on puck line, got a lucky win there, a late goal the other day, but I didn't go back to Washington. I did not go back. Maybe there's no Winnipeg sighting, right? I've just doing Winnipeg unders. We got to push the other night. Anyway, Vegas under against the Rangers. NBA, we're going to roll out the Wizards. Knicks off a big win, and Wizards. This is to me a spot. Listen, Washington is bad. All right, we know this kind of stuff. Knicks off a win already. Relatively big win. Back-to-back spot. Not that. Listen, Washington won a couple days ago. I just feel that at 10 points in a back-to-back, worth a shot. I'm going to take them. I mean, they just won by 15. I mean, the Knicks, I don't. This is like we took Portland tonight. Do we think the Nets should be a decent-sized fave on the road, no matter who they're playing? A bad team like Portland. So are the Knicks a team that's going to come in here and run up another big lead and hold on for a 10 plus? Again, you better get up to 15. Washington's just going to be out here stat padding, like stats Padford padding, just running and gunning. 10.5, we'll go Portland. All right, college hoops. Let me move my picks for this is today's sheet. I'll save that because I can write on the back of that for tomorrow. All right. Now I got a 3-pack up. These are kind of bonus games here that I was looking at. And keep a track. I'm having a nice little 2-week run here with college basketball included in these games. So don't be discouraged that they weren't a site picks, although sometimes they are. So we're going to start out with Townsend here. I think I'm getting a little extra points here. This was at 10. Now it's up to 11. I don't know, man. I think this is like a under 10 kind of game. I think we could stay within 5 to 8. Keep it close. Let me roll over to the college basketball window here. I was on the NBA screen. Here we go. Now, Charleston, probably the top dogs in the CAA. They've run off, what do we got? 8 to 10, 3 in a row. But look at this, not crazy scores though. 77-72, 83-75, 76-74 OT. Even when Townsend's winning, 80-77, 74-67. There's a 66-53 back in 2021, 98-8 overtime, 79-70, 54-53. I mean, 81-69. Granted, this goes back to 2019. These are not the same kids, the same players, but it's the same kind of team. This isn't your top tier flight programs where they're kind of set who they get, what they do. I'm taking Townsend here. In off a loss. I think this line is off. Probably about like 4 or 5 points. I really think there should be a 7 or 8 point game. And the line's 11. I'm going to take the points here. Next up, Troy. So this one here. And I was back and forth on, excuse me. I yawn. I'm human. I'm live. I'm by myself. I was back and forth on using this on the site. It might still make the site. And I'll if it's on the site, I'm going to bet it. I'm just this close. South Alabama's won 8 of the last 10. Now, 2 of the last 3 have been Troy victories. 6 straight wins for Troy. South Alabama's dropped 3 of 4. They just won against Marshall, ending a 3-game losing streak. So it looks, I don't want to say it looks easy to grab Troy based on that, because you want to, records are one thing, but it's like, who are these teams been playing? You're kind of in Sunbelt play, playing similar kind of teams here. And one team is not performing all that well. So in a pick'em, I've won 2 of the last 3 in the series. We're going Troy here. We're going Troy. This was a pick. It's now up to 1. I think Troy gets this one by 8 or 9 points. I don't think it's a close one. I'll probably be adding it to the ledger as a premium, as a game to be bet on. So Troy. New Mexico State. Here we go. So I don't say it's a rebuilding year for New Mexico State. If you don't already know, last year they had a lot of problems. Whole new regime comes in, cleaning house. They are 7-10. They got 2 goofy wins under their belt. And by goofy wins, I mean you beat these kind of no-name kind of programs. And you got a couple of them here. So 7-10. You beat Northern New Mexico Eagles. You beat University of the Southwest Mustangs. You beat Western New Mexico Mustangs. Different set of horses. And then the Sul Ross St. Lobos. 4 of their 7 wins, 2 of their last 4 have been against the goofy programs. And we have a pick'em type game here. And even their losses. Okay, so, I got an OT loss at Louisville. That's Louisville. They're bad. You're still getting 8.5. And I just mentioned to you, this is basically a pickup squad here of guys they brought in. Crushed by Cal Irvine on the road. Kentucky got them by 40, but you got OT loss here and OT loss there. Closer losses here. Well, New Mexico rolled them at the pit. No shocker. 73-72. The second game versus New Mexico. 75-72, Stephen F. Austin. 65-59. Not terrible. UTEP winner, 63-53. Beat them. Beat Cal Baptist. 77-67 on road. So not a bad showing. That's not, as bad as this team is projected to be, 7 wins, 4 versus the Cuppies, the Cuppy Cakes. And then you look at this, Western comes to town. 9-1 their last 10, 13-4 record. You would just think it's a auto play, and yet they are an underdog here. And they have some Cuppies they beat too. They got 3 Cuppies. Their losses, Wichita, all right, getting 7, lose by 10 on the road. You won at Murray, decent win on the road there. Neutrals, you got to win against Bowling Green. You lost to Canisius in the neutral. You lost to Cashville in the neutral. Win. We go all the way up to a lose at Sam Houston. And yet here they are again. You're winning. Close games, yes, 70-68, 73-70, 65-64. But on the overall standard of teams they played, this is when it kind of jumps out of me. 4 cupcakes. One team's 13-4, the other team is 7-10. And again, 4 of those 7 wins are against high school teams. So I think I'd not say that's the easiest one, but I really like it. And a couple of NFL heading to the weekend. A couple of unders. Don't be shocked to have unders here. I like my unders. And how about NFL for the season? 46-29. I think that's 62% on the unders. I don't know. Not too bad. So you got 2 winners right there. Let's see if anybody's in the chat today. I don't even know if anybody's coming in tonight. Live at midnight. Nick Nasty says, Higgs, hit the like button. Want to buy 7-day pass, but you don't have Google Pay. Nick, I don't own the sites, so I don't know what they accept. I can. I don't even know if you're here right now tonight. I don't know what they accept on the back end. And honestly, Nick, you have the YouTube Premium. You get a lot. I mean, I give out a bunch of plays every day on there for $4.99. I mean, you're doing better just sticking with that for now. I mean, I appreciate you trying to get a weekly pass. That's nice. You get the discount too. Use the promo code midday. But yeah, I don't own a site. I'm just a guy on the site. I don't know how the back end works of how they take pay or PayPal or Google Play or it's regular credit card. I don't know. Jesse says on the road to Burma. Jesse's on the road. Let's dance. Any chance the Packers upset the Niners? I don't really think so. I think the Niners are rested, getting a little healthy. I know CMC's a little banged up. Would I be shocked? It would be a shocker if they did win. Them beating Dallas wasn't a shock to me, even though I like Dallas there. I had Dallas. That wasn't a total shock because they're Dallas. San Fran's got a better coach. San Fran has a better defense. Their coach isn't going to just, you're up 30. You're going to run the ball. I'm going to bring in 10 defensive backs and have like 2 linemen. So, I feel like everyone saw a big dominant performance, 27-0 before Dallas scored a touchdown. And you're fresh in your mind of San Fran losing to the Rams. They're not fresh. That was 2 weeks ago, but they're hurt. They're banged up. I don't know. Packers are good. Still kind of young. Again, this number, I haven't bet it. I got the under. Leaning Niners. I mean, if you're taking the Packers, like anything, like last week we said, you're taking the dogs, you're taking them on the money line. You're taking them on the money line a little bit. You have to. Jesse's in the car with the whole fam. Well, I'm not going to be cursing and acting a fool, Jesse. So Nick Bassey says she's here. All right. Well, there you heard me, Nick. It was I don't do the back end parts, so I don't know how that works. I apologize. There you go. Marcos Bennett for me and Miss Danica. Kane's in the house. You're the man. I try. I was up bored, couldn't sleep, about to go on YouTube, listen to some music, and what do I see? My guy Higgs' face. I clicked on it. Here you go. You know what? Just because you're here now, Marco, we'll do a Marcos minute because there's nobody really in the show on a Wednesday night. Minnesota, Michigan State. I like Minnesota. Elon, NC Wilmington. I would probably lean. Lean to the dog. You know how I work. Lean to the dog. We got Townsend in the chat. I do like Green Bay a little bit. I know Wright State's better. Maybe an over in that game. Camp Bell against William and Mary. I have no opinion on that one. I don't want to label Florida Atlantic. Wichita State's bad. I guess we'll go Florida Atlantic. Northern Kentucky. I like Northern Kentucky a little bit here. I do like Tennessee Martin. I like Coastal Carolina. I like Hampton getting around 20 there. Give me the Memphis over. I will lean Liberty. Give me Stony Brook and the touchdown. Like Marshall. I like Northeastern and the under. Give me Monmouth +9. Stephen F. Austin -5.5, huh? Maybe an over in Stephen F. Austin. I mentioned Troy here. I will go North Dakota. I will go St. Thomas. Give me Rio Grande over Arlington. We'll go over the total. Tarleton over Omaha, South Dak State. We will go Northern Arizona as a doggy. We will go Denver as a doggy. We'll go Sacramento State as a doggy. We'll go over Madison and Monroe. I know I don't like to say take Illinois here when they're a short fave on the road against Michigan, but man, I thought this line would be higher. And Illinois is off a loss. Michigan's off a win. I would just lean Illinois. Again, this is one of those spots, as I mentioned here, like LSU tonight, rolling in their spot against an unranked team. Tennessee Tech and Tennessee State, let's go over the total. Give me Southern Utah. How about a Little Rock action over Southern Indiana, road fave. I like Edwardsville, New Mexico State, Eastern Washington. Give me UTEP. Give me Grand Canyon. I will take the Vandals of Idaho. We'll take Cal as a doggy. Over Utah. We'll go San Diego. That line's down from 7 to 5. UC San Diego, that is. Give me Fullerton at home. Give me Pepperdine at home. Give me Pacific at home. Give me Long Beach at home. Northridge at home. Riverside on the road. Give me the other San Diego as well. I will take Oregon against Colorado, road doggy. San Fran at home. And I will take Washington State on the road. There you go. Marcos winner for my guy. North Ender. Big thanks listening. I appreciate it. George Love was in house. Do you like Casey on Sunday? I like Casey as a daughter, says George. I say no, George. I like the under, and I think Buffalo. I had Buffalo last week. I like Buffalo this week. I like Buffalo next week against Baltimore. I think Buffalo is going to the Super Bowl. I do. Playing really good. Jesse says under and Campbell and William and Mary, a little tribe apple. Jesse's coming in under Campbell and William and Mary. Marco Smith says, thanks for early, Marco Smith. I appreciate you. Now I don't have to ask in the morning. It's easier to run it down now, even though there's a lot of games, but there's not a lot of comments either, so it's a shorter show. So I got you covered. Do you see Green Bay beating? I don't see Green Bay beating. I think San Fran's going to take care of business. I do. San Fran and the under. I think they're not putting up a 40. I don't think they're putting up a 20. Tonight, college basketball stunk for real, but I did well in the NBA. My favorite sport to bet on besides football. I had a 3 and 4 college day, and we'll see if the Trailblazers can hang tough here. I have them getting some points. I also grabbed in the show with the guys. Someone said to take Markel Bridges over, I think 23 or 24 points. It doesn't look like it's going to get there, so I'm a little annoyed about it. I did 2 live things, him and some total somebody said to grab, and they both went down in flames. I'm annoyed I didn't take the Pistons. Actually, I should say that. I can't be annoyed not taking a terrible team. The Mavericks one bothers me because I'm thinking I'm not getting a Luca, and all of a sudden he comes in and plays, and then I get flat Earth Kyrie Irving on 4 16 from the floor. Like I'm not expecting that. I don't want. It just changes the whole dynamic, and I can't come in here and erase a pick from the chat or from my. If Buffalo Super Bowl, I'm taking them over the Niners. I Yeah, I think I could. I saw somewhere that I think they're plus like $4 right now to win the Super Bowl. And I said this in November. I said I thought Baltimore was going to come out of the AFC, but I said the dangerous team is Buffalo. I said they're winning these games. I said, and this was after maybe it was before the Denver game, before they lost that Denver field goal where they missed it, but then they got another shot at it. And it was either before that or after that game. I said if this team runs the table, and that was no great shakes. He had Kansas City, Philly, Dallas, Miami twice on the road to Chargers. You know how there was their run at the end of the season. I said that is a team that's dangerous because it's a team that started the year 6-6. It's a team that was thought to be a top five. No, really, started the season. Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, Miami, Baltimore, maybe. Who else missed it? Since there's like 7 or 8 teams are thought to be who's going to win the Super Bowl, like those kind of teams. Bills were right in there. They started like crap, fired the offense coordinator. Now they're getting hot. The talent is all still there, and they're playing well. They're like, who you want to play that team? That's not the team I want to play. What's your NFL team in general? Jets or Giants? I'm a Cowboy fan, George. Dallas, Big D. But I'm a fair Cowboy fan. Bill Parcells came to town, and let's go Jets. Bill Parcells is a Giants head coach. Jets, 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 Jets. But again, although moving away from Dallas, I'm done with them. I think I'm done with as a Yankee fan. I didn't want to sign Judge. I thought at the trade deadline they should they should have went after Soto. I know they got Soto now. I think they should have made the move for him before. Got rid of Judge, freed that up. I am the fairest, sometimes over the top. I say kind of over the top things when it comes to my teams and even other teams. It's fun. Um, but yeah, you're not gonna get. Doesn't make a difference who my team is, especially when it comes to betting. Does not make a deal. Yankee under last year we cashed. Probably do it again this year. Yankee team total under. I still think Baltimore's a good team. I wouldn't count them out. Baltimore's really good. I just feel like I'm going to be getting points next week if Buffalo wins, if Baltimore wins. As a dog, they're a dangerous team. I mean, Baltimore's good. I think Baltimore sends a message this week. They were thought of, I think, a couple years ago. They lost to Tennessee as the 1 seed. They're like, oh, they lost. Lamar rushed for 150 yards. He threw for 350 in that game, but they had 3 turnovers. And Houston doesn't have Derrick Henry running for 200 yards to milk the clock and keep that guy off the field. They take shots down the field, and this defense is not the Cleveland defense. As good as the Cleveland defense was, for whatever reason, it did not show up on the road at all this year. And stupid thinking it would show up in the playoffs. It didn't show up any other game. It didn't show up on 8 other road games. I don't know why it showed up in the 9th. Do I usually do show nights? Yeah, this is how it started really, Marco. So I started a late night money show a couple years ago. That's how it turned into midday money because I was doing conference tournaments. I'm bringing it back because college basketball, a little bit. I took Detroit plus 13, excellent pick. I took the Fakers. They don't lose at home like that. I don't know. I mean, here we go. Now, Marcos, now you're turning into team money here. Now you're turning into team money with this nonsense. They don't lose at home. I mean, if they didn't lose at home, they wouldn't be 22-21. They're 15-7. That's not some awesome kind of record at home. This isn't some team that has 2 home losses. Well, he wasn't supposed to play. He wasn't supposed to play. That's why I took Dallas. If KC wins, I like the Ravens to go all the way and win the whole thing. Yeah, I don't think KC wins. KC, when they're winning Super Bowls and going to Super Bowls, they are home all the time. And you're going to a neutral Super Bowl, and you got a great quarterback. You're on the road now with a team that is not like any of your past Super Bowl teams. You don't have an offense. The offense is not. This team is a defensive first team, and an offense that is really only as good as is because of Mahomes. But who's you throwing it to? Rice? We have another monster day from Rice today? I don't know. Uh, if KC gets back to the Super Bowl, wow. Start giving some Andy Reid props. And that just kind of cements Mahomes as being just awesome. If this team gets Super Bowl with that offense. Fort Wayne, 20-point favorite, losing. Nathan, I came in, someone asked, I said to take IUPU stinky today. I said take IUPU minus 17. Originally was thinking San Fran over, but rethinking it. I agree with you under. I don't think Green Bay scored more than they might score more than 10. I just think it's an under game. Marcus, stick with my KC pick to the Super Bowl. Listen, if you got a good plus money on it, it's worth it. Richie P coming in hitting the like button. North Ender. OT better not kill this Portland underdog. We're going to OT. Oy. Michael Panza. I was all over Providence by 9 and Northern Iowa -2 tonight, and the other basketball leads besides the ones you wrote. I got a couple on the site. I'll probably get some tomorrow, Mike. These are just like first kind of feels for it, and I actually just ran down like every single game a little earlier in the show. Our guy Marcos comes in. He wants to run down all the time. I call it the Marcos Minute because it started on a Friday when there's like 9 games, not when there's like 30. But a couple other ones I really like. I really like New Mexico. Believe it or not, New Mexico State, I should say. In that spot, Troy's another one sticks out. The Minnesota game, I like Minnesota. It was 12. I know it's come down to about 11 now. They said at Kentucky winner, Drake winner, Fort Wayne loser could have collected. Here we go. Best way to go 3-1 or 2-1 is it's 3-team parlay, Nathan. The parlays are killing you. You could have had a winning day 2-1. Can't move on from. I'm moving on from Dallas, Richie. I'm going to move on. The coaching, I can't do the coaching. Garrett was terrible. McCarthy, you know how I feel about McCarthy. I'm not going to lecture. I'll go to the Texans. I don't care. Young team. I'll ride them for the rest of my life. First 50 years with Dallas, I go to next however long, the Texans. If Burrow was fit, I like them to go all the way. Hopefully he's fit next. Here's the thing, George. The guy has some durability issues. And going back, I said, wait, why don't they draft a lineman? I know Chase is awesome. Can you put a lineman in front of the quarterback so he's not throwing? You can't throw to Chase when you're lying on your back or when you're on the injured list. I mean, he's – and also, who's gone? Are they losing Higgins? T. Higgins going to be out of there. He's gone. They got to pay Chase now, right? They got some – it's not going to be the same team next year, I don't think. Nick Nasty, Chiefs are done. I love it, Godzilla. Yes. Marcos Minute. Portland +7 was good. And money line, they just won me 105. I took the +7 on money line. Winner. George says, trust me, I like Allen Mahomes over Purdy in Super Bowl any day. I don't. That's tough to say, man. As good as those two guys are, you can't discount what Purdy has done when he's on the field. Are we going to really just not give him any kind of credit? I mean, I think you got to give him a little. I mean, 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions this year. 69.4% completion. What are we talking about? I mean, last year, 13 TDs, 4 picks, 67% completion. Do they win games? I mean, they win. Again, we look at him as, well, he's got CMC and Debo with them and Ayuk and Kittle, whoever, you still got to go out there and perform. And throwing for 4,000 yards and 70% completions and 31 touchdowns. Blazers winner. Excellent. For the most part, Lakers win at home. Yeah, and they should win at home. But you got to look. They're 22-21. And again, that was just strictly no Luka. I'm playing Dallas. It was, I go opposite there, Marcos. I'm not thinking how everybody else thinks. Mini over Michigan State. I like the Spartans. Too many points, Nathan. In case you don't win, I'm riding with Baltimore. Can't hate that. Whoa, Stars tomorrow, puck line. The Yotes and Nooks over. Canucks total 7, huh? Colorado, Boston over. Overtime. Colorado and Boston to go to overtime. And Rangers puck line. I don't hate that one there versus Vegas. He will be another heartbreaker. They're local. Jesse says, I think my Scooby-Doo mask analogy was underrated and appreciated. I think the young kids don't get the Scooby-Doo mask. I get the Scooby-Doo mask. You take the mask off, it's you meddling kids. We know it was you all along. I mean, McCarthy is Garrett. I mean, it's terrible. The guy's a terrible coach. I mean, who are they bringing in anyway? Belichick. If I'm Belichick, I'm not coming to Dallas. Yeah, he'll go 14-4 in Dallas. But unless he wins a Super Bowl, he's going to be like, well, could have won a Super Bowl without Brady. Dallas is Super Bowl talent. They're one of the top 5-10 teams, right? I mean, you saw it's there. He's not, Do I want to bring back McCarthy? Don't get me started, Jesse McCarthy. Marcos says, that was you. Marcos liked IUPUI. Bad night betting college hoops. Yeah, I went 3-4 myself. Numbers don't lie. Pretty, no. As our guy Ross says, numbers don't lie and liars don't figure, or something along those lines. And Purdy's got the numbers. We could say all we want, like, oh, this or that, or he's on this team. The guy wins, and he's got the numbers. Game manager, that's a good game manager. I'd love a 30. I mean, was he third in touchdowns this year? Third in touchdowns. Dak, Love, Purdy. Wine time, my guy. Good to see you, Wine time. I'm going to ask you before I even look it up. Please tell me, did we catch the Markle? Who was that guy on the Nets? Tell me he went over. I know he didn't. Markel Bridges, 21 points. He didn't go over. Dave says, I got 2 never in doubters tomorrow. Lipscomb and PA. Minus. Been eyeing this game for days. Nathan. No doubters. Oh, Nathan. Oh, boy. I'll have to dig a little bit tomorrow into these guys. Bridges. Oh, is that what he got hurt? Is that what it was? George says, the Bills have been so close. I want them to win Super Bowl if they get there. Yeah, I mean, they got the talent. I like the coach. And they're hot. You got to be hot sometimes. You got to get hot, little lucky, catch some breaks. Dale, my guy, how are you? Good evening. Marco says, I use stinky 17-point dogs, winner outright. Yeah, we like that stinky. He got hurt for the first time in his career. I mean, unbelievable. Here's the thing, one time. I saw it and I jumped on it, and I know I shouldn't have. That's why I don't really jump into the live shows, because that is not what I do. I come in, I mush that play. I'll take ownership of that one. I played it and I lost. He was on fire before that. Yeah, I know. I saw those stats. I looked at it before. I mean, I did it after. I did it because it was almost game time. Then I went up. I was looking at it. Mel, what do we got here? Bruins regulation plus 115, Lightning regulation 120. That's the way to go on the ice. So the Bruins laying the number. I don't want to lay those 140. So 120, excellent, better than laying a 150 spot. And Tampa Bay is a 120 as opposed to 140. So two good ones there. I like them. This is what I want to do more of in hockey. Regulations, just like no bottom lines in baseball. Just take the big favorite right out of it. I don't have to worry about the run line or the puck line. It comes back, bites me in the butt, and I'm winning games 4-3 on some, 6-on-5 attack, and I'm getting hurt. Regulation is the way to go. George Lobo says, nothing against Purdy. I just like Al Mahomes and Lamar. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're all MVPs. I understand. I understand completely. But I thought the comment was like he's underrated or not good, or maybe I'm wrong. I forgot what the exact thing was with that. Um, if you're just saying, I mean, how can I say it? Lamar's won MVP. Mahomes been an MVP. Allen is borderline MVP. But I mean, I get it. I go to a little experience over the kid making a first time appearance. But Marco says Bell might as well retire. His run is over with who? Who's Bell? Nathan. Dave, he was a jerk tonight on the show. Was he a jerk on the show today? I don't know. I was there, and then I paused it to run out, and then I just never came back. Had to do some things. I don't know. I don't know how he was. He was all right when I was on. Mel says, considering the Yotes over 2.5, who the Coyotes have here against Vancouver Canucks? Yeah, let's just roll the. Why not? Do a team total in the game over. Bridges 21. Yeah, his total was 24, though, I think. 24 and a half. Who are we liking to win the NBA this season? Oh. The old NBA. No betting allowed. Who's going to win? How about I'm going to go Crazy Town, and I'm going to say Minnesota Timberwolves. Leaf sharp tomorrow or just Leaf tax minus 130 tomorrow? Hold on a second. Let's pull up some hockey. Toronto Maple Leafs. Where are the Leafs? Against Calgary. 4 straight losses versus the Flames. 4 straight wins. Looks like the line move has come down here. So it looks like the Flames are the play. Let's go Flames. Yeah, 4 straight losses. Calgary has won a couple in a row. They are home. I'm going to say let's go Calgary. Give me the home team here. Nuggets still don't get properly respected, in my opinion, with the Serbian and the Canadian. Speaking of the Canadians, Toronto with another trade. Siakam. Oh, no. George, I can't even bet American soccer. The Cosmos, is Pele still playing the Cosmos? Alexi Lamas? I don't even know. George, first time coming in, I gotta say, I don't do soccer. I can't help you with. I don't know. We have a lot of people in chat sometimes do soccer. Ray Reddington was a big soccer guy. Jay Rocks, I think, is a soccer guy. Hannah used to come in here. She was a good soccer follow. I do not know any soccer. I apologize. Tempted by the Kraken. Little Seattle Kraken over the Oilers tomorrow. Let that spot for the Lars after a big Leafs game. Hey, anytime you get a $2 doggy, I'm all for taking the plus money, Mel. I wonder who the Champions League. Yeah, you and me both. I have no clue who's even in the Champions League. Too many leagues. Joker not winning MVP last year is an all-time screw job. Well, he's not winning this year. Oh, Bell is Belichick. I was like, who are we talking about? Bell B. Bell B. I get it. Oh, it's supposed to be Bill B, Marco. So it said Bell B. It said Bell. I was like, Bell B. What are we talking about? I thought it was like somebody who just, I didn't know who it was. I was confused. He should retire. Uh, where's he going? He wants to go to Atlanta? For who? He's going to Atlanta with Ritter as quarter. Tell me you go to Atlanta and get Russell Wilson. I'd understand. You go down that division, Carolina. I mean, you got Tampa and Saints. Uh, I don't know. I think you turn that team. I think you win 10 or 12 games down there, and you get to be the winningest coach of all time. Are you winning a Super Bowl in Atlanta with Russell? I don't know. You might be a championship game caliber. Yeah, that won't shock me. But I mean, where else would you go? Go to Vegas, Chargers, the Bears. Could go to the Bears. Really? Guy wants to win games. I don't think Purdy is as good, is that good, but the San Fran team and defense, Dabo McCaffrey is why they are good. They carry him around. Should have kept Jimmy G. Jimmy G was a winner. He didn't put up Purdy numbers. And you know me, I like Jimmy G. Jimmy G is for me. That being said, he was not putting up numbers remotely close to what Purdy did. I mean, here we go. I'll pull up some. Where's the Jimmy G numbers here? Here we go. San Fran. Um, 1 year, 3,900 yards, 27 TDs. I mean, hurt. 6 games, 5 starts, 7 TDs, 5. 3 starts, hurt. 5 TDs, 3 interceptions. Full season, 27 TDs, 13 interceptions, 3,900 yards. Still not Purdy numbers. 6 games, 7 touchdowns, 5 picks. 15 games, 20 TDs, 12 picks. 10 games. This was a good season. Maybe if he would have played a whole year, he might have had a good one here. 2,400 yards, 16 TDs, 4 picks. Maybe he would have had 25 touchdowns that year. Who knows? Are those nothing compared to Purdy's numbers? First half FAU. I don't mind that. I like that. I like them for the game as well. Siakam got traded. Yeah. George says NFL is very year-to-year league. Apart from Casey being consistent, who do you like being a Super Bowl team? I don't know if it's. I mean, if it's a year-to-year league, how don't you think the Niners are up there, or Buffalo? Josh, I mean, Buffalo's been a consistent playoff team. I mean, we could make fun of Dallas, but they've gone to the playoffs. I mean, Baltimore, it's usually pretty good. I mean, I know last year Lamar got hurt. See, when you talk about consistent, are you talking about going to a Super Bowl consistent? I mean, because Kansas City's on another level. They've gone to, what are they looking at? If they win Saturday or Sunday, they'll go to their 6th straight AFC Championship game. I mean, come on. What? I mean, so the consistent stuff, if we're just talking about going to the playoffs, let's see. I mean, I know Buffalo's been there a couple times. Let's just look at the last couple years in the AFC. Just to see. So Kansas City, Cincy, Kansas City, Bills, Kansas City, Tennessee, Kansas City, Patriots. So that's 5 in a row for KC. Then you had the Patriot run. I mean, Patriots. Then we had back-to-back Jets. We got to go back to 2010 and 2009, 10, 2010, 11 with the Jets. So, Bengals the last 2 years, and now we have Burrow hurt, so they're out of it. We had the Bills before that against Kansas City. You might have the Bills again this year. And in the NFC, Let's see how this has been. Eagles, Niners, Rams, Niners, Tampa, Packers, Niners, Packers. So we've had San Fran showing 3 of the last 4 years. And I guess you could say Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. It was Green Bay. I'd mentioned those 2 Green Bays. Saints, Rams, Philly, Minnesota, Atlanta, Green Bay, Carolina, Arizona, Seattle, Green Bay. You know, you get a little hodgepodge of different teams. You had the Seattle run. Green Bay where Aaron Rodgers was getting there. I mean, there's San Fran again showing up in San Fran. San Fran. San Fran's been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, they've been in 6 of the last 10, 6 of the last 11. The good Higgs contest without prizes, so we can see who's picking up and who's laying. A lot of those don't come in anymore. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do them for the tournament. Maybe we'll start that back up again. Summertime. Get the as good as that was, people would just come in that one day, Richie. They'd come in on Wednesday for the picks, right? They'd say, all right, I said these are the games I'm using on Tuesday, right? I'd put the games at Tuesday, and then we load them all up on Wednesday, and that was it. Thursday game, a Friday college game, a Saturday college game, a Sunday and a Monday game, and that was that. Where did all those people go? And even before the contest, like it's just bizarre. I don't know what happened to the algos because the show used to do like double the amount of views, and nothing's changed over the 3 years except YouTube. It's gonna be tough to watch if Allen Mahomes or Lamar don't win. Kobe Bias. Yeah, well, I mean, I see if all these guys are knocked out, that means you have CJ Stroud going against. I mean, you got a rookie quarterback Super Bowl. Why wouldn't you watch that? That's good stuff right there. Casey has been in like 3 or 4. Yes, Casey's really good. But this is not that team. This is not. I mean, have you watched the offense this year? They scored 19 points a game. This isn't as good as any of those Super Bowl teams. Defensively, it's probably better than all those Super Bowl teams. But offensively, nothing. Yeah, they've been consistent, but you got a quarterback who's injury prone. Just back from the Nugget, Desmond. What do you got here? 70 from 77 equals 4. 147. Trojans held on plus 20. Yes. I said that, right? Arizona laying 20. What is that about? You can't lay those numbers. College hoops winner. North Ender says, you like the Thunder tomorrow, Higgs. Jazz cover machines at home. 6 straight. OKC coming off 2 big L's in LA and OKC on the road. Yeah, I mean, the Jazz have been really good at home. I'm going to wait to see where that line goes. I thought about taking them right there, but why do I feel like people are going to bet on the Thunder because it's Shea and they don't think they could lose games? So maybe we get another half point or a point there. 82-67. That is a winner. Casey always has the refs on their side. Don't forget that. Here we go. Let's see if they have them on our side in Buffalo. The game is in Buffalo. It is not in Arrowhead. Most of the times, Buffalo's Kansas City's in the playoff. They're playing at home. Home. You're not at home. You're not at home, and this isn't a crazy offense like you've had in the past. Mark says, I'm coming to AC to see your Higgs. I'm going to link up with you last time I was there in 26 or 17. Let me know. I'll make a trip. I was thinking about I have a lot of stuff on the horizon to do, trip-wise. There's I got some family stuff planned for mid-March, but then I got a relative who's due with a baby, so I don't know. I gotta be around for a baby shower. Not me, but like my wife or whatever. Got to go to that. Then there's a trip to San Antonio coming up for Pubblepalooza I want to get to. And then I was like, I'm torn between Super Bowl for Vegas, AC get a fan cave. I haven't had a fan cave in a bit. Memphis tomorrow night, the Grizzle or Minnesota. Hey, listen, you're getting 13 points. Minnesota's back-to-back off the road. How about Minnesota first half? right? Memphis a little slow out of the gate. My early look is OKC, but I don't bet till late. I want to see where people are. Yeah, I'm more of an early mover on some things because I'm again not in the NBA as much. College basketball, NFL for sure. College football, I could kind of NFL and college football definitely see where the waves are gonna read the tea leaves, or so to speak, how that's gonna pan out during the week. So I could get down real early in that. College basketball, it's more of the same, but NBA is tough. NBA is tough. I put an NBA game because people freaking love NBA, and I've been hitting them kind of on the site. So I went 1-1 today, but I lost the one in the video here. So I gotta. We have the Wizards in the video right now. Huge before I yawn. We'll see. We'll see if I'm using them for sure tomorrow. I probably will, but it's tough doing this, especially college, NBA. It's just guys sitting out. Desmond, I got you. Memphis College hoops. I thought talking about the Grizzles. You're talking Memphis College hoops versus South Florida. I like the over in that game. Grizzles I can go with, though, as I said. Saturday Confusion, I'm buzzed. Good night, everybody. There you go, Desmond. Sleep it off, fella. Hit that. I can't believe an hour. We were 15 minutes into the show, and I was like, oh, I'll give you the Marcos minute, and then I'll roll out of here and wrap it up. And yet here we are, a full hour. All right, so these are like the first kind of looks. Vegas under, I'm already in on. Wizards, 80-20. Towson, Troy, New Mexico State. That New Mexico State line it's like a neon sign to me right now. Like free food. We're open. New Mexico State. Ravens under, Bills under for the weekend. Midday tomorrow at noon Eastern. Set your reminders. Good